should be because it's on the ridge. It's a road that's on a ridge, so it's like it's kind of cool. It's like it's not an alpine highway, but it's like a cool little winding road, and it's nice and quiet because the other ridges have isolated the sound of the highway here. So if you listen, it's quite nice. And it's how it used to sound in my neighborhood before they built all these houses. See how quiet it is? There are a lot more birds, but it's one thing I hope in the future that humanity does something about noise pollution as well. It's such a different world when you have actual here. This vehicle is now in electric mode. It's making a little tiny bit of noise, but at least not to hear the highway. These ridges like that buffer the sound, but when you cut all the trees down, they don't do as good a job. And so then you hear the hum of the noise of the tractor trailers or trucks. But it's like residential kind of vibe with the houses. There's still mansions are placed too close together here still, but there's still some of these nice houses back over there. And folks, I kid you not, none of these houses were here 20 years ago. I could be a little wrong on the exact date of that house. Billionaires, rich people have just said, oh, I want to build a house here. And boom, and they're mostly, for a large part, only inhabited sporadically during the summer months or around the holidays or whenever they want to visit. And it's quite bizarre. You know, it's the wealthy have managed to keep that kind of hidden from people. You wouldn't know it. You know, intermixed with these historical buildings and kind of like ranch houses that are kind of like mine. You find these McMansions, you know, that have just keep popping up, you know, and it's kind of a shame because it's just overdeveloping things at a certain point, and there's such an unequal distribution of wealth. Can you imagine having so much money that you could just say, I just want to build a house here, build a house there, maybe I'll stay in a week or two this year. That's what the wealthy do. I kid you not. You know, you don't believe me? Hey, I can prove this to you. I've worked for very wealthy people. It's super bizarre, man. And they don't want to share, and they don't want to pay more taxes, folks. This is a nice area. It's too bad it's still kind of too close to the Greenhaven Correctional Facility, but it's still great. And it's not as foreboding because of the shadows that you get when you're in the valleys, you know. It's kind of funny. Every once in a while you will see the stereotypical redneck with the crucifix that lights up, that you can light on fire, with the sign that'll say, you know, trespassers will be shot on sight, and you're going into some kind of like armored encampment on your way in there, you know. It's so bizarre, folks, and I used to have to kind of like bite my tongue, not say anything as a kid, not realizing that this would one day lead to me having to stand up against fascism, the fucking Nazis in my own country. Can you imagine? I mean, there was a war fought over that shit. Now the wealthy have managed to make it so that just keep getting wealthier, and they're happy with it. All the billionaires, they could have stood up to Trump, but they didn't. I mean, you know, Elon Musk is he's a brilliant, smart person, but he's a fucking Nazi, and he's a dumb kid who's brought up on bullshit, you know, and you know, it's not right that they make themselves richer and more powerful. It's not right. And it's, you know, I just feel like I have to say something as an American, you know. I have to give my 2 cents. Look how nice that is, a whole eggs and chicken farm. Wow, somebody really. I'm thinking about doing this in my backyard.